South Africa. In fact, there's so much food on the Mara, most crocs stuff themselves to capacity till they're forced to blob out on the beach and digest. They have to wait for food to be absorbed or pass through them before they can go back for seconds. Back on the Grumeti, DC isn't that lucky. He knows the wildebeest will soon move forward. It's much easier for the herds to navigate the Grumeti. Shallow water and narrow channels swing the advantage to the prey. After his recent failure, DC is ready and waiting. The shallows is a difficult and dangerous.
Climate change is creating major challenges for nature here. Rising temperatures, erratic rainfall, and prolonged droughts are changing the way animals live, threatening the delicate balance of Tanzania's ecosystems. Severe droughts lasting from May to October are one of the most obvious effects of climate change, drying up lakes and streams, leaving grasslands barren and unable to provide enough food for grazing animals. Animals such as wildebeest and zebra, which depend on fresh grass to survive, have to travel further and work harder to find food and water. This not only affects their health and fertility, but also significantly reduces their numbers. Lack of food and water makes animals weak, exhausted, and easy targets for predators. Furthermore, unstable weather patterns due to climate change also change the migration timing of animals. The migration season of millions of wildebeest during the Great Migration of the Serengeti has been severely affected. Instead of moving at the right time when water and food are abundant, these animals have to migrate too early or too late, making it impossible for them to find enough food and water. This change in migration timing has disrupted the migratory behavior of species, leading to them facing deprivation and danger. So, as climate change changes the way animals live, have you ever wondered what we can do to help protect these amazing creatures? This question not only pushes us to think about the future of nature, but also motivates action to protect and preserve ecosystems, so that wild animals can continue to survive in an increasingly changing world. Drought and lack of food sources have led to higher mortality rates in wild animal populations. In an increasingly barren environment, fierce competition between herbivores becomes more intense, as they are forced to invade each other's territories in search of the last remaining food sources. This not only puts great pressure on herbivores, but also puts predators such as lions and hyenas in a difficult position as their prey numbers decrease. This competition disrupts food chains, disrupts relationships within ecosystems, and weakens the resilience of entire regions. A small change in prey numbers or a small adjustment in hunting tactics can shake the entire ecological foundation. Tanzania, with its rich and diverse ecosystems, is facing serious challenges due to climate change. Urgent international cooperation and conservation efforts are needed to mitigate negative impacts, protect habitats, and ensure the long-term survival of wildlife. One of the greatest creatures in Tanzania is the African elephant. These giant creatures not only possess superior intelligence, but also act as guardians of forests and grasslands. Adult elephants can be up to 3 to 4 meters tall and weigh from 2,300 to 6,350 kilograms. When moving through vast grasslands and dense forests, elephants create trails.
In the wild, caution can mean the difference between survival and becoming the next meal. The crocodile, the apex predator of the swamp, armored with rough, scaly skin, razor-sharp teeth, and the most powerful bite force in the animal kingdom. Measuring around 3,500 psi. These patient hunters lurk beneath the water's surface, with only their cold, calculating eyes breaking the stillness as they wait for the perfect moment to strike. No creature dares to underestimate this ancient reptile in the wild, for a moment of carelessness could mean the end for any living being that dares to trespass into its domain. A pride of lions moves steadily across a wide river where unseen predators lurk beneath the murky waters. Leading the way is a mighty male lion, cautiously wading through, its eyes scanning the surface. Yet beneath the rippling currents, a silent challenge awaits. As always, a crocodile's lightning-fast lunge disrupts the moment, sending the lion off balance. A thunderous roar tears through the air, the sound that seems to foreshadow a grim fate. But no, the will of an apex predator does not yield so easily. Seizing the moment, the lion twists with all its might, breaking free from the crushing grip. With a final surge, it propels itself onto the riverbank, standing tall before its pride after a test of survival. It was a costly lesson. In the end, defeated in its attempt, the crocodile sinks back into the depths, ever patient, waiting for the next opportunity. Though they have escaped the ambush, the lions remain highly alert. They watch as the crocodile crawls onto the riverbank, seemingly lost away from its familiar waters. On land, the legendary swamp predator suddenly appears clumsy, no longer possessing the advantage of its lightning-fast strikes beneath the surface.
It can catch small fish in a matter of seconds. The gharial spends most of its time in the water, where it camouflages itself in the current while waiting for its prey. But when the sun is at its highest, it climbs onto the sandy banks to warm itself, staying motionless like a floating log. The breeding season represents the most captivating and truly fascinating period for this particular species, a time of intense activity and vital importance for their survival. During this crucial time, adult males engage in a remarkable display, emitting deep, resonant, and far-reaching sounds that serve as a powerful and unmistakable call to attract potential mates, specifically the receptive females. However, even within the seemingly secure confines of the nest, the vulnerable eggs are constantly exposed to and face a multitude of significant dangers and potential threats from various predators. These include opportunistic birds, formidable raptors such as eagles and hawks, slithering snakes that can easily access the nest, and a wide array of other opportunistic animals that view the eggs as a readily available food source, all posing a constant threat to the successful hatching of the offspring. They are constant threats. The Rapti River is the perfect setting for the life of the gharial crocodile, with every movement of its tail and every precise dive.
However, despite their power and overwhelming numbers, buffalo cannot escape their place as prey in the food chain. When the silhouette of a lion emerges, survival instincts take over. The herd tightens its formation, instinctively shielding the weaker members from potential danger. Lions are not just powerful predators, they are master strategists. They do not recklessly charge into an attack, but stalk their prey patiently, searching for weaknesses in the buffalo's defenses. When the moment is right, the pride works in perfect unison, applying pressure to isolate a young or elderly buffalo from the herd. Though their target may outweigh them several times, the lion's true strength lies in their teamwork. The lionesses take the lead in the hunt, using speed and coordination to bring down their massive prey. And when the battle is over, there are no frenzied roars or chaotic squabbles, only a quiet feast, a display of dominance marked by discipline and the calculated efficiency of the savanna's apex predators. Under the scorching sun of the savanna, thick clouds of dust rise with every lightning-fast stride, an unmistakable sign that the planet's fastest predator is in action, the cheetah. With its slender frame, long agile legs, and unparalleled acceleration, this feline speedmaster can reach 70 miles per hour in seconds. Yet in this unforgiving land, speed alone doesn't guarantee survival, especially when faced with the deadliest predator, the lion. A lone cheetah moves cautiously across the plains, keen eyes scanning the barren terrain. It is fully aware of the lion's presence, yet hesitation takes hold, a mistake that nature seldom forgives twice. As the lion closes the distance, every creature understands that the window for escape is vanishing fast. A moment of distraction, a lightning-fast pounce, and the cheetah's fate is sealed. In the battle between life and death, a fraction of a second makes all the difference. Don't be fooled by the hippo's round appearance and slow gait. They are among nature's most formidable creatures. With a bite force of up to 1,800 psi, a hippo can crush anything that dares to get too close.
Oh my god! That's how they get the...
Despite being herbivores, their immense strength and highly territorial nature make them a force even top predators must respect. Ironically, despite their thick, armor-like skin, hippos are highly sunlight sensitive. To protect themselves, they spend most of their time submerged in water or seeking shade to escape the scorching heat. Thanks to these advantages, adult hippos have virtually no natural predator.
They've not yet learnt how to act around the big male, and his rebuke is as gentle as he can manage. For the first time since the cubs were born almost 2 months ago, the pride is together again. Things are looking up for this family of Africa's most powerful predators. It's natural for lions to live in prides for their whole lives. Cheetah coalitions, however, sometimes break apart. In a bid to find a territory and mate of his own, one of the brothers has left, splitting up the sibling alliance. Lone cheetah males have been known to wander more than 200 kilometers in search of new territories, and he's traveled some distance to find a promising new range. It will be a good home with an abundance of prey and with enough space to run them down. He wastes no time in starting to hunt.
Terrifying power and masterful tactics. Once the hunt begins, nothing can stand in their way as they dominate their territory with unmatched strength and unity. The African wild dog is one of the continent's most formidable hunters. Noisy, relentless and highly coordinated. This wild dog breed thrives in tightly knit packs, sometimes up to 30 individuals, where teamwork is key to their unparalleled success rate. Though they often cross paths with lions, these encounters usually resolve without serious conflict, but not.
Of all the big cat species in the world, lions are the most social. The size of a pride can range from 15 to 40 members. These prides include multiple adult males, a dozen or more related females, and the pride's cubs. In general, the more members the pride has, the stronger it is relative to rival prides. The pride's females also prefer to have more males in the pride, as this helps to ensure the survival of their cubs. Lions eat about 18 pounds of meat per day. That would be like a human eating more than 70 hamburgers. 2,000 years ago, over 1 million lions roamed throughout regions that covered Europe, Syria, Israel, Iraq, Pakistan, Iran, and India. In the 1940s, lions numbered 450,000. today, there are as few as 32,000 on Earth. Male lions may get all of the attention with their majestic manes, but the females do the majority of the work when it comes to hunting. Anywhere from 85 to 90% of the hunting is done by the females in a given pride. The males, meanwhile, protect both the pride and the pride's territory, which can extend up to 100 square miles, from rival prides and other predators. Even though females do the vast majority of the hunting, male lions usually get to eat first. Lions can go up to 4 days without drinking water, but they need to eat every day. Adult female lions need to eat about 11 pounds of meat each day, while adult males eat 16 or more every day. And while lions primarily prey on large herbivores such as zebras, wildebeest, and buffalo, they have been known to prey on smaller animals as well. A lion has many physical characteristics that make it a superb hunter. The vision of a lion, for example, is roughly 6 times more sensitive to light than a human. This gives lions a distinct advantage when hunting at night. A lion's claws are retractable, allowing for the excellent control when it needs to go in for a kill. Did we mention those claws are large? When fully extended, a lion's claws can be up to 1.5 inches in length. Lions can also reach speeds of up to 50 miles per hour in short bursts and jump up to 36 feet in length. A lion's roar can be heard up to 5 miles away. The roar is a warning to other animals and rival prides to stay clear of the lion's domain. Lions mate every 2 years, and female lions give birth to a litter of 2 to 3 cubs after a 4-month pregnancy. Females in the same pride tend to give birth around the same time, which allows multiple litters to be raised together. This has the added advantage of allowing different cubs to nurse with other lion mothers, making it easier for the pride to manage the cubs in these crucial early months. Where's Dad during the raising of the cubs? Alas, male lions do not directly participate in the parenting, but they will protect the prize cubs from danger. After tigers, lions are the largest wildcats on the planet. Male lions can grow up to 10 feet in length and weigh up to 550 pounds, while female lions can grow up to a length of 9 feet and weigh up to 395 pounds. Only 20,000 wild lions remain in Africa, which is half of what it was only 30 years ago. Some scientists predict that wild lions can face extinction by the year 2050 if trends continue and humans don't increase their efforts to protect these amazing and powerful animals. The main threats to lions are loss of territory, lion-human conflict, and trophy hunting.
And in that brief moment, the cheetah managed to turn her greatest vulnerability into her only opportunity. The sun sets slowly and shadows stretch across the savannah. They have overcome the immediate danger, but only the danger of today. The days ahead remain a constant battle, especially for her cubs, still small and fragile, who depend on every decision their mother makes to survive in this unforgiving world. Across the vast expanse of the savannah, life continues its course with the same harshness and precision. Among its inhabitants, a lion who spent much of his life under the protection of his pride now moves through the territory with measured steps. He was neither the biggest nor the most skilled, and he never led a hunt or fiercely defended a territory. As often happens in these groups, the balance of power is maintained by a strict order. And within that order, he always occupied the lowest rung. The rules are simple and ruthless. Food is not distributed fairly, it is taken. The right to mate is not granted, it is fought for. And whoever lacks a mana, enough strength, or support from his brothers is left out. That was his life, eating alone when there were leftovers, taking avoidable blows, and learning to move unnoticed to avoid provoking those who surpassed him in strength and cunning. The alpha male, with his thick, dark mana, is the living image of authority in this land. His mere presence forces the other males to lower their heads and keep their distance. None dare challenge him, because losing means exile or death. This young lion knew that hierarchy from birth. But the day came when he had to choose to make the decision that would change everything. The savannah is unforgiving to the indecisive. He either remains a subordinate, feeding on leftovers, condemned to anonymity without offspring, or he leaves an exile with no guarantees where loneliness, hunger, and other predators lurk around every corner, where no friendly raw answers and every sound is a threat. Even so, he chose exile. Not much happens on the first day. The second day brings with it a suffocating heat and a brief storm that leaves the ground sticky and the air heavy. As the hours go by, the signs of hunger start to show. The muscles begin to lose their firmness and the mind becomes slow, sluggish. Adult lions need a considerable amount of meat to keep their bodies in hunting condition. Without it, strength fades and instincts grow dull. If it doesn't eat soon, its body won't respond when it needs it most. There are no easy prey on these plains. No tiny or weakened animal wanders around unsuspecting. Here live the great African herbivores, muscular antelopes, fast zebras, and oryxes with sturdy bodies and spear-like horns. These creatures have survived because they know the rules of this place. That's why lions hunt in groups. Alone, the chances of success are slim. But for this lion, now there is no choice. One afternoon, in the middle of that land where everything seems distant and hostile, it sees it. A young oryx, separated from its group, nibbles on the grass, unaware of the presence of a hunter. The opportunity is minimal, but unique. For minutes, the lion remains hidden, analyzing the distance, the wind's direction, and the possible escape routes of its prey. There is no room for error. If it fails, exhaustion and injuries will doom it. And then it charges. The chase is brief, tense, with no room for distractions. In seconds, the lion's paws close the distance, and with a calculated leap, its claws sink into the oryx's back. The animal immediately shakes its head in violent movements, trying to tear at the attacker with its long horns. The impact hits the lion's side, but it doesn't manage to shake it off, because for this solitary hunter, there is no second chance. He can't wait for the next day, nor for another hunt with companions. This moment decides his fate. He holds on, withstands the blows, and with his jaws clamped around the oryx's neck, he begins to tear. Blood appears quickly, darkening the earth beneath them. The skin gives way and the raw flesh is exposed. The oryx kicks, first in desperation, then as an automatic reflex. Death in this place does not come with honor or justice. It is the inevitable result for those who cannot escape and for those who cannot afford to fail. And so, what began as the misfortune of an exiled lion becomes the first victory of his new existence, without a pride, without support, and without anyone else's rules. A life where every meal is earned alone and where every scar tells its own story. This lion, anonymous until now, has taken the first step toward writing an unlikely legend. One of those rare lives in which a male, tired of the chains of his group, throws himself into the abyss of the savannah and, instead of succumbing, survives. And if he manages to live long enough, he could even become what once oppressed him, a solitary male, master of his own territory, his food, and his destiny. But that remains to be seen. For now, night falls, and with the oryx's body half devoured, this lion gazes at a horizon that for the first time is entirely his own. In the African savannah, the oldest law is not written in stone, but in flesh. Those who do not strive, die. Those who do not take risks, disappear. And lions, unlike the prey that surround them, understood thousands of generations ago that survival is not a matter of luck, but of determination. A pride of lions is a tightly organized society. Each member has their place and their duty. The lionesses hunt, care for the cubs, and defend the territory. For their part, the males, when they reach enough size and strength, fight to consolidate their social and territorial dominance. But not everyone makes it to that place. Many are born, grow up, and die without ever leaving a mark on this world, and those the pride casts aside. When a lion becomes slow, cowardly, or gets used to taking what it hasn't hunted, it turns into a burden. No one protects or defends it. The very family that once sheltered it expelled it, condemning it to walk alone until hunger or predators bring its story to an end. And it is that brutality, that intolerance toward weakness, that has made lions the rulers of these lands. They have never allowed themselves to settle. There is no room for laziness. There is no space for fear. If a lion is not willing to die in the fight.
Their hunting ability not only helps control herbivore populations, but also ensures the balanced growth of plants, prevents overconsumption, and protects grasslands from degradation. By doing this, lion prides not only maintain the natural balance, but also contribute to the complex and sustainable ecological diversity of this area. But the lives of these grassland warriors are not always easy. In the Serengeti, lions face many challenges when hunting and confronting predators. When hunting large herbivores such as wildebeest and zebra, they often face the risk of serious injury from powerful kicks or sharp horns. Bison, in particular, are formidable opponents. They can defend themselves fiercely and even attack lions. Furthermore, prides of lions often face competition from hyenas, predators known for their group tactics and superior strength. Hyenas can steal prey or outnumber them in confrontations, forcing lions to retreat and face food shortages. The combination of prey defense mechanisms, interspecies competition, and environmental pressures test the resilience and adaptability of lions in the fight for survival. To protect their territories, lions scent mark and emit loud roars to warn enemies and demonstrate strength. When challenged, male lions in a pride will fight fiercely to repel opponents, ensuring the safety of resources and the next generation. Under the Serengeti sky, the eerie howls of striped hyenas resound, sending shivers down the spines of herbivores. With around 5,000 individuals, they are the most efficient predators in the region. Striped hyenas have a matriarchal social structure, where females dominate and outnumber males, leading and protecting the pack. The hunting success rate of striped hyenas in the Serengeti ranges from 25 to 30%, but when hunting in groups, this rate can increase to 50%, especially during the migration season, when prey moves slowly and is easily isolated. Their hunting strategy is based on group coordination, creating panic in the prey pack, thereby focusing on weak or separated individuals. With the ability to reach a maximum speed of about 60 kilometers per hour, hyenas can maintain an effective chase over short distances, perfect for fierce hunting and stealing prey from other predators. Striped hyenas are not only talented hunters, but also extremely sophisticated robbers. They often attack and steal prey from other animals. About 40% of hyena raids are successful, thanks to organized tactics, with the participation of 20 to 30 individuals. This proves the excellent coordination and strength of the hyena group. The role of hyenas in maintaining the ecological balance of the Serengeti is undeniable. Not only do they control the number of herbivores, they also support the natural cycle of the ecosystem by consuming leftover meat, contributing to energy recycling in the wild. Leopards are one of Tanzania's most talented hunters. With their distinctive spotted coat, leopards can easily camouflage and blend into their surroundings, helping them approach their prey silently and efficiently. The black spots on a yellow background not only protect them from other predators, but also help them easily approach their prey without being detected. Adult leopards in Tanzania weigh between 35 and 60 kilograms, and their hunting ability is also very special. Leopards, weighing between 35 and 75 kilograms and measuring up to 2.3 meters in length, including their long tails that help them climb and hunt, are among the most sophisticated and flexible hunters in the wild. They not only stand out for their perfect camouflage, but also demonstrate incredible endurance and hunting talent. Have you ever wondered how a leopard can approach its prey perfectly without being detected? This is thanks to its ability to hunt at dusk or dawn, when the light is low, creating ideal conditions for its stealth tactics. Leopards can reach speeds of up to 58 kilometers per hour, allowing them to quickly break away to catch their prey. They often hide in tall grass and strike precisely when their prey is not aware of their presence. However, leopards' dexterity does not stop at hunting. They are excellent tree climbers, often dragging prey up trees to avoid competition from larger predators such as lions and hyenas. Pulling prey up trees not only helps protect food sources from predators, but also helps leopards save energy by avoiding unnecessary conflicts. Tanzania, home to one of the largest leopard populations in Africa, with an estimated 200 to 300 individuals, is a wildlife haven filled with biodiversity. However, leopards in Tanzania face many serious threats, including climate change, habitat loss, and competition from larger predators. Protecting leopards not only helps preserve the species, but also preserves biodiversity and maintains the natural balance in Tanzania's ecosystem.